Hare Krishna. So happy. Like today, almost we are touching 100 participants. And I can see on the screen we have kids and we have all the people from the all the age group. It's so nice and I'm so happy with all of you. I hope you too also let us see next 1 hour will relish the flow of Bhagavad Gita from chapter 6. So before we start our discussion, we'll recite the prayers. This prayer is known as Mangala Charan. I hope last 3-4 days, this is sixth session, with last 5 days, you must have been hearing some prayers in the beginning. So why do we recite the prayers in the beginning? You see, it's a common. When the assembly began, they recite the anthem, national anthem. When kids they go to school, they recite some prayers or something like this. So why did you recite? To make the environment and the most important thing, our mind tuned to the process, what we are going to do now. So especially now we are going to recite the prayers, which is known as Mangala Charan. I hope some of you must have been remembering these prayers. So we'll start the prayers. ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकयां चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुगपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नामिने गौरत्से नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते। तप्तकांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। I'll request all of you to please raise your hand. All of you, please raise your hand. Yeah, all of you, please raise your hand. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. One more time, all of you, the way Draupadi had called the name of Krishna, the way Gajendra has called the name of Krishna, in the same way we'll call. Please, all of you, raise the hand and loudly from the core of our heart, let us take the name of Lord loudly, all of you. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you very much. So now we can see
annotation disabled. Annotations has to be disabled.
So it's such a wonderful thing with so many, like all of you had came to discuss something from Bhagavad Gita. So I'm getting very encouraged to see all of you. Like I can see some kids are there, some householders are there, some people they may be doing wonderful thing in their life. So very thank you very much. Also today is a working day. Some of you must have been going to office, or some of you must have been going to the business, or some must have been going to the school or colleges. Still you took a time, and this evening time, nowadays match is going on. I have heard some people see the serials or some movie, but still took a time and came forward to discuss the message of Bhagavad Gita. So from core of my heart, I like to thank and to welcome all of you. Yeah. So now you must have been knowing that today's topic is the Dhyana Yoga. So Bhagavad Gita, there are total 18 chapters. Now these 18 chapters are divided into 3 sections. First 3, middle 3, and last 3. So first 3 we have seen yesterday, 5th chapter. Then 7th to 7 to 12, it tells about Bhakti Yoga. And then 13 to 18, it tells about Jnana Yoga. This is the main division of Bhagavad Gita. Now somebody may ask the question, like why Bhakti Yoga has been kept in the middle? The last 6th chapter is the Dhyana, is the Jnana Yoga. So we see, okay, is my voice is audible? Is my voice is audible? Not audible?
Yes, it is audible.
It is audible because I am getting some chat. It is not audible. Okay, so that Bhakti Yoga is kept in the middle. Like you see, some of you must have been keeping jewelry in your home. So where do you keep jewelry in your home? Like diamonds, silver, or gold. Where do you keep? You keep in the shelf. Correct? You will not keep it outside. So similarly, Bhakti Yoga is the core of Bhagavad Gita. And therefore that core heart is being placed in the shelf or bureau or safe to preserve the message. So Bhagavad Gita itself, Geet means called in Hindi, we call as a song. So Bhagavad Gita is the song of a God. Therefore we call Bhagavad Gita. In Bhagavad Gita, the name Bhagavat come for 27 times. We say actually who the speaker of Bhagavad Gita? The speaker of Bhagavad Gita is Krishna. So actually it should be Krishna Uvacha. But we see it's come Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. This is brief about Bhagavad And now what is the background for this chapter? So in last chapter, when Krishna was telling about the Karma Yoga, so in that section, Krishna told, like Arjun asked some question, which is best, either word or renunciation. So Krishna answered something. And then at the end of chapter 5, Krishna briefly mentioned the system of Ashtanga Yoga, the strict, regulated, focused system of an ascetic yogi. In the present day, millions of people worldwide practice elements of this path, because particularly this dhyana yoga, yoga, this world itself is very, very popular. Hatha yoga and pranayam, which offer benefit for the physical and emotional well-being. So in this chapter, the path of Ashtanga, Ashta means what? 8. Ashta means 8, Anga means limbs. So 8 limbs of the yoga. Essentially, the Krishna's purpose in discussing the 8-stage path is simply to establish the impracticability for the purpose of self-realization. In the age which is surcharged with the temptation, nowadays we can see the food is fatless, communication is wireless, relations are heartless, arguments are baseless, youth are jobless, salary is less and less, society is godless, and therefore life is meaningless. So therefore, overall situation is very hopeless. In that situation, we need yoga for modern age. So at the end of this chapter, Krishna tells the yoga for modern age. So this thing we are going to see that. So beginning, we can see what does it mean yoga. This yoga is not just physical exercise moving back and forth. Yoga means what? This yoga word comes from yuja. Yuja means what? To connect. With whom? Everybody want to get connected. So with whom we want to connect? Like take an example. This finger. This finger is useful till the time connected to body. The moment this finger is cut off, where it go? Straight away it will go in the dustbin. We can see hair. Of course, I have very different kind of hairstyle. But generally people, those who keep hair. Like I do remember when I was working, so one of our friend, he had spent more than 50,000 on the hair because he was getting bald. But the moment that hair comes from the body, where it goes? Straight away it goes in the dustbin. That hair doesn't have any value. People spend thousands of rupees per month. They go to beauty parlor, they go to the haircut salon, and they put so much of conditioning, so much of chemicals, so much of colors, and multi more things. But the moment that hair comes from the body, imagine the hair comes in the food. Nobody like to take that food. That food just becomes fit for nothing. People reject that food if hairs come in the food particle. So people take care of hair so much, but the moment cut off from the body, it becomes useless. Similarly, fingers, even the nails we can see. These nails, people loves a lot. Some people grows a lot this nail. But the moment this nail cut off from the body, where it goes? It just becomes useless. Straight away it goes in the dustbin. So today's chapter is Dhyana Yoga. So yoga means what? Connect. Connect with whom? The Supreme Lord. The process of connection with Supreme Lord is known as Dhyana Yoga. We see modern age where quarrels, everywhere what we see, quarrels and hypocrisy. Everybody want to be cheat. Modern age is the where quarrels are baseless. Just people argue. Relations are completely heartless. Nowadays, in Vedic time, even just 30-40 years ago, people used to love the people and they will use the things, material. Nowadays, people loving the material. They are loving the mobile phone, they are loving the gadgets, laptop, they are loving the watches, they love the property, they love their car, they love their bike, and they use the people. Therefore, relationship become very dry and heartless. And when they break, they suffer a lot. So people say that they don't have time for spirituality. So yoga doesn't mean that just to go in the forest. In old days, people used to go in the forest to perform tapasya, not to perform some recreation, not to have some rest. So now we'll start our today's discussion. So before we start the discussion, we'll recite some shloka from Bhagavad Gita. I'll share the screen with you. If the screen is visible to all of you, I'll share one screen with you. Yeah. So this shloka is there. Yes. So we'll recite the shloka together. And
You
then
can increase the font.
okay, I don't know exactly how to increase the font. So we'll recite the shloka together. बन्धुरात्मानन्तस्य येनात्मेना येनात्मैनात्मना जित अनात्मनास्तु शत्रुत्वे वर्तेतात्मकारणम् बन्धुरात्मानन्तस्य येन आत्मैत्मना जित अनात्मनास्तु शत्रुत्वे वर्तेतात्मैव शत्रुवत्. One more time we'll recite the shloka. बन्धुरात्मानन्तस्य येन आत्मैत्मना जित अनात्मनास्तु शत्रुत्वे वर्तेतात्मैव शत्रुवत्. The translation: for him who has conquered the mind is the best friend, and but for who has failed to do so, mind is the greatest of enemy. We'll recite one more shloka. You can try to repeat after me, if possible for you. I hope this is visible to all of you. I hope this is visible to you. Yes. जितात्माना प्रशान्तस्य परमात्मा समाहितः शीतोष्णसुखदुःखेषु तथा मानापमानयोः. For one, or somebody like to recite the shloka? If they know, one more time we'll recite the shloka. जितात्मान प्रशान्तस्य परमात्मा समाहितः शीतोष्णसुखदुःखेषु तथा मानापमानयोः. For one who has conquered the mind, the super soul is already rich, for he has attained tranquility. To such a man, happiness and distress, heat and cold, honor and dishonor, all are same. So, this is from the 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So, if we see in beginning, what we have seen, path of action. Path of action means what? You are not the body, but your soul. Then come path of knowledge. Path of knowledge means what? Supreme Lord. Now we realize we are soul. If we are soul, then this is super soul. That Supreme Lord is the Paramatma, residing in the heart of the all living entity. And then
Achyut Gopal bro, video got stuck.
मीनद्वयाशमदीक्षपादम अब्जनेत्रम् ध्यायन् मनोमयमतिन्दितमुल्लसद्भ्रूम्. This comes in Srimad Bhagavatam. The yogi then meditate, Ashtanga yogi then meditate on the beautiful face of the Lord, which is adorned with the curly hair and decorated by lotus-like eyes, dancing eyebrows. A lotus surrounded by swearing bees and pairs of swimming fish will be put to shame by the elegance. This is the beauty of Lord, which yogi, they see the Lord. So one who desire to practice Ashtanga Yoga should not run away from the duty. Ashtanga Yoga means what? Ashtanga Yoga means 8 limbs. Yoga Rudha, Yoga Aruksha and Yoga Rudha. There are 8 limbs. Which all 8 limbs? The very first limb is Yama. Please repeat after me. Yama. Then come Niyama. The first ladder of Ashtanga Yoga is Yama. Yama means what? Don'ts. And Niyama means what? Do's. Like if somebody suffer from the typhoid, so for him it is recommended not to take any bhajis, any parathas, any pakodas, any fried, any sweet item. It is don't for him. And it is recommended he can take some khichdi or some pongal prasad. Like nowadays corona is very like spreading like anything. So what are don'ts? Whenever we go out, we can cover our mask, cover our nose, wear the mask and wear the gloves. These are do's. Don'ts is what? Wash the, don't touch here and there. If you touch here and there, wash the hand. Without washing hand, don't take anything. These are don'ts. So these 2, Yama, Niyama. Then come Asana. Generally, yoga means what? People think to be only asana, some exercise. An exercise done, we become a yogi. If you go to some holy place like a Rishikesh or Haridwar or some like Varanasi, so yoga has become so prominent there because Western people in the name of spirituality, they come to India and after coming to India, they want to practice yoga, but we can completely commercialize. They just teach some basic thing how to move the body and that yoga is finished. Now you are yogi. What kind of yogi they are? So asana is what? Bodily exercise. What is the purpose of bodily exercise? To keep senses under control. We have 5 senses: eyes, nose, ear, tongue and skin. So to control these 5 senses, 5 knowledge acquiring senses and 5 working senses, to keep them control, we have asana. And then come pranayam. Pranayam is what? Breathing exercise. Just breathe deeply. Hold it and release it. So this is called pranayam. Now what is the purpose of pranayam? To control the mind, intelligence and purify the false ego to some degree. This is the purpose of pranayam. Purpose of pranayam is not just some breathing exercise. Nowadays people, like we know one of our, like I know one person, he does asana and pranayam morning 3:30 to 10 o'clock, more than 6 hours. He get up morning 3:30 a.m. I knew one person, he's Hatha Yogi. 3:30 to 10 o'clock, he does Hatha Yoga, this asana and pranayam. And you know what he does after 10 o'clock? There are some popular serial comes on TV, Saas Bahu Ka serial. And he's so much fond of that Saas Bahu Ka serial. If somebody calls him, he becomes angry. Don't you know? This is serial time, calling me in this time. And he's very fond of watching movie. Whenever movie release, he go for the movie, eat pizza and drink coke. Until that I am Hatha Yogi. Then these are the first 4 steps: Yam, Niyam, Asana, Pranayam. Then next 4 step come. So this first 4 step is for the neophyte. Neophyte means what? The one who recently started the practicing yoga practice. Now I'll tell you one very shocking thing. If somebody has to practice this Ashtanga yoga, like you must have been knowing that if somebody has to crack the IIT, somebody has to go in IIT, they have to crack the G and mains, advance. Some exams are there. Somebody want to become IAS or IPS, they have to clear the exam. Correct? They have to clear some exam. Unless they clear the exam, they cannot be qualified as a IIT or IPS or IAS officer. Similarly, if somebody has to practice this Ashtanga yoga, the pre-qualification is what? Leave everything and go to forest. Right now, leave everything and go to forest. Which forest? Don't know. And it's not that one forest you can make a hut and stay happily. No, my dear friends, you cannot stay at one place more than 3 days. After 3 days, change the place. Again after 3 days, change the place. So keep on changing the place. And in that way, try to practice the Ashtanga yoga. Can you imagine it is so much troublesome? We did not start our discussion. Before we start discussion, the pre-qualification is to leave everything. First thing, nowadays there is no forest. And whatever little bit forest rest over, that forest is preoccupied by the smugglers or mosquitoes or police or some thief. We cannot peacefully practice. Imagine you go to forest and some snake come, what will happen? Or some tiger come and think that, oh, nice breakfast arranged for me. I was hungry last so many days. So it is practically impossible. What next 4 step, what we are going to discuss? Pratyahar, withdrawing the senses from sense object. What does it mean? Withdrawing the senses from sense object. I hope all of you like gulab jamun. Am I right? Everybody like gulab jamun. You are hungry. And in front of you, right in front of you, a plate full of hot gulab jamun is there. Literally, water will come to your mouth. Obviously, water will come to your mouth. But this pratyahar means what? My dear sir, you cannot eat gulab jamun. Control your senses. Don't take sweets. This is pratyahar. It's so difficult. And then come dharana. Dharana means what? Fixing the mind on the Lord's form. This is our main discussion, today's discussion, dharana. Or like, I hope all of you must have been having this question about mind. Man manta nahi hai. And then dhyana means what? Dhyana means what? Milk. When milk we keep on condensing, then what happens? It becomes rabdi. Again we can keep on condensing, become peda. So dharana means milk, dhyana means rabdi, and samadhi means like a condense, thoroughly condense. Mosquito will come, snake will crawl upon you. You will not get agitated. You will not feel fearful. This is called samadhi. So these are the 8 ladders, 8 limbs of Ashtanga yoga. So, like the first 4 is for the beginner, and the last 4 is for the one who advance. So key can bind. Like key, we have lock, tala or chabi hota hai. So that key can bind or key can unlock. Similarly, our mind, as we have seen in that verse, you must have been remember the verse number 7. The mind is the best friend and the mind is the worst enemy, like a knife. See, knife can be useful and knife can be deadly dangerous. If the knife goes in the hand of doctor, that knife will save the life. But if same knife goes in the hand of a butcher or thief, what he will do? He'll cut the throat. Similarly, our mind. If our mind is trained, it's like a best friend. But if our mind is not trained, it's like a worst enemy. How? Like our body going in the car and driver become bus up, he become mad. What will happen? That car will meet with the accident. Next moment, car will meet with a big accident. Same thing happen. People say that mind is not controlled, mind doesn't listen. Why? Because mind is not trained. We can see food for intelligence is the knowledge. Food for the body is grain. Correct? I hope all of you are with me. Food for the body is grain. Food for the intelligence is knowledge. Food for the mind is meditation. And the food for false ego is to render devotional service, humble devotional service. These are the food for the each and every elements. You must have been seeing in previous section like chapter 2, chapter 3. We are not the body, but who we are? We are soul. We have three kinds of covering this body. One is the gross body, what we can see, our external form. Then we have subtle body. Subtle body is made up of mind, intelligence, and false ego. And the third body is soul. So gross body we can see externally. Mind is the place. What is the function of mind? Okay, before we discuss the function of mind, I will clarify difference between mind and intelligence. Mind means what? I like, I doesn't like. He's my friend, he's my enemy. He's good to me, he's not good to me. I love to do like this, I hate like this. So like and dislike is a function of mind. Now come intelligence. Imagine you are traveling in a train and train we see nice smell come so many times. Correct? What mind say? Go and eat that bhajis. But we know we should tell that the intelligence say, oh, this bhaji, don't know when it is cooked. Again, it is cooked in very cheap oil. It's not good quality. So we should not eat that. Correct? Sometimes mind goes on the street and he sees something. Mind get attracted. Then come intelligence. No, this is not good for you to do like this. And then mind refrains. Okay, I'll not do like this. And then come false ego. False ego means what? Identification. Like people, like I had a friend. His name was Harish. He went to US, and one day he called us. He told Harry speaking. We told, who is Harry? Told your friend. He told I doesn't have any friend whose name is Harry. I know only Hari. Told come on, I'm your childhood friend, Harry. I told as such I remember I doesn't have any childhood friend. Told I am Harish. Till I went to US and somehow the US everybody called me Harry, Harry, Harry. So therefore I also call myself as a Harry. Now previously he was an Indian. Now he calls himself as an American. Now some people they change their faith. They come to this faith, that faith, they become Hindus, then Muslims, and then Christian, again Hindu. I knew one of my friends like this. So people change their faith, their nationality, their name, and don't know what all things. So this false ego is an identification. So mind is a very important element in this. Although mind is subordinate to the intelligence, Indriyani paranyahu, Indriyebhya parammanam, Manadastu para buddhi, ya buddhi paradastu sam. Although mind is servant to them, but mind is very, very powerful. Is very powerful. It's so powerful that he control over the senses and he control over his superiors, intelligence and false ego. So when we get the knowledge and intelligence is strong, then mind can be subdued. I'll repeat again. When we get the knowledge, so when we say knowledge, knowledge means what? Not the bookish knowledge, engineering knowledge or commerce knowledge or art knowledge or medical knowledge. This is not the knowledge. Of course, this too also knowledge, but this is material knowledge. Knowledge means what? Always remember MSC. MSC. M for matter, S for spirit, and C for controller of matter and spirit. MSC. M for matter, C for M for matter, S for spirit, and C for controller of matter and spirit. This is called knowledge. So, for a saintly person, a stone or a pebble in one hand and gold in other hand, gold, diamond, doesn't matter. We can see Srila Prabhupada, he had a best of the place to stay for. He had a big mansion in the Detroit. He had a huge bungalow, palatial bungalow outskirts of London. He had a fort in Paris. He had a huge property in Australia. He had a big temple in Juhu. But Prabhupada chose to stay in a very humble setting of Mayapur in just grass hut. Some 5 by 10 room made up of grass and cow dung. That too where in a Mayapur, a very spiritually holy place on the bank of Ganges in East India, very remote place. Even nowadays very remote. What to speak of? It's an island surrounded by the Ganga river. A small island by Ganga river, surrounded by Ganga river. And Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of ISKCON, he chose to stay in that very holy place in simple grass hut. He did not tell that give me the big building. So Yoga Rudam is what? When yogi meditated, then the form of Lord Vishnu become visible in the heart. And that person feel great happiness. Now, Ashtanga Yoga, why it is not practical? Ashtanga Yoga is impractical. Why? Because we see who is the, like Krishna is telling Bhagavad Gita to whom? Arjun. Correct? Krishna is telling Bhagavad Gita to Arjun. And this is the statement of Arjun to Krishna. What Arjun is telling? I'll show you one verse. I'll show you one verse from Bhagavad Gita. Chanchalam hi manak Krishna pramathi. This is verse from chapter 6, text 34. Chanchalam hi manak Krishna pramathi balavadrudam tasyaham nigraham manne vayor eva sudushkaram. Who's telling Arjun? Arjun was so sense controlled once he went to heavenly planet. And one of the heavenly damsel, Urvashi, she proposed to Arjun, let us go and enjoy. Arjun told, see, you are like my grandmother because she married to Yayati in their long back family. So you told you are my great grandmother. How can we enjoy together? So we saw Arjun was so much sense control that although Urvashi came in front of him, he resisted. But we can see other example like a Vishwamitra or Saubhari Muni. Vishwamitra meditated for 10,000 years. This same meditation Vishwamitra Muni had done 10,000 years. Result is what? He heard some sound came, some heavenly damsel came, poor fellow got attracted. Again second time, meditated for 10,000 years. Result what? Some heavenly damsel came, they danced, again he got attracted and they got one kid. Again he meditated for 10,000 years. Same thing happened. He became angry. Third time he became angry. 2 times Vishwamitra Muni became lusty. And third time he became angry. Again fall down. Was not able to succeed. Because provided do's and don'ts. If at all you become angry, gone. Whatever Ashtanga Yoga you have done till now, it just waste. So Vishwamitra Muni became angry, and whatever he had done is gone. Then at last, Vishwamitra Muni surrendered unto Lord Ram. And that was the beginning of Vishwamitra Muni. Till now, Vishwamitra Muni was trying different things. In Ramayana, we call Balakanda. Why it is called Balakanda? Because Vishwamitra Muni was acting like a small kid. Till now, he was just wasting this time. Either run away, get lusty over after some heavenly damsel, or to become angry, or something like this. But after all, he surrendered himself at the lotus feet of Lord Ram. And there, like a small kid, he surrendered. Therefore, it is called Balakanda. So Arjun asked. So therefore, in this question, we can see Arjun is telling that controlling the mind is like controlling the wind. Imagine, can you control the wind? Wind is blowing. Can you catch the wind like this? It is not possible. We cannot catch the wind by our hand. So therefore, it is practically impossible to control the mind by Ashtanga Yoga. Then what to do? No question come, how to control the mind. So, if we engage in sinful activity, then we will degrade to lower form. But if we engage ourselves in A, B, C, D and E. What is A? A for association. Association of saintly person. You must have been heard the story of a two parrot caught by the hunter. One parrot taken by the butcher, one other parrot taken by the saintly person. So one person was passing by and anybody come, Maro, Pagro, Kato. Like this parrot will tell who's being raised by the butcher. But a saintly person parrot, oh, sir, Hare Krishna, please welcome, please sit. Do you want some water? And he'll speak very sweet words. This is called association. Association affects a lot. So very first thing, association. B. B for what? B for reading the books. Which books? Like we are reading from this book. This book is known as Bhagavad Gita. I hope you can see this. So we refer this Bhagavad Gita. So reading book like a Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam. I hope all of you must have been having this copy of Bhagavad Gita. This is a Bhagavad Gita. The commentary is given by His Divine Grace Abhay Charana Aravind Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. So we are speaking from this copy of Bhagavad Gita. So reading the book. B for book. Which book? Like a Bhagavad Gita. C. C for chanting, meditation. Coming to the point, yoga for modern age. We'll try to do yoga for modern age. All of you are ready? All of you are ready to practice this unique yoga with us? Please raise your hand. How many of you want to practice yoga right now? Sitting in front of Zoom, in front of your phone, in front of your laptop. How many of you want to practice yoga? Please raise your hand. Oh, very nice. We are getting so many hands. So let us start. Please close your eyes. And now, please repeat after me. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Please repeat. Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktaranda. All of you together focus on each and every word what we are going to speak. Focus. It's a mantra I will speak. Focus on each and every syllable. We'll do a demo of yoga for the modern age right now. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Together, all of you, focus on each and every syllable. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. One more time, all of together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is called actual yoga for modern age. I hope how you are feeling now. Relieved, calm, cool, collected, refreshed. I hope you are getting different experience. Am I right? Please raise your hand. How many of you felt calm, cool, collected and refreshed? Yeah, we are getting so many hands. Good, good, good. Okay. So mind is like a monkey. And you see monkey, even if you go to railway station, small monkey doesn't remain peaceful. Keep on jumping here to there. Correct? But there is a one monkey who is very calm, cool, collected. Who is that monkey? One monkey, very, very peaceful. Who is that monkey? Please tell. You can chat. Hanuman. Yeah. Hanuman also monkey. But you see, he's so calm. Yeah, we are getting so many answers now. Hanuman also, Bajrangabali. Hanuman also monkey, but he's calm, cool, collected and refreshed. Why? Because he sense control. And two things. First thing, he is always engaged in the service of Lord Ram. Second thing, his mouth always full of glory of Lord Ram. What Hanuman does? Hanuman always chant Rama Rama Jai Raja Ram, Rama Rama Jai Sita Ram. Hanuman always chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hanuman always keep on repeating on this name. Therefore, although he is a monkey, he is very calm, cool, collected. See this, we always follow this 4 letter. M-I-N-D, mind. We always follow mind, or we follow Guru, G-U-R-U. Both are 4 letter. It's your choice. My dear friends, it's your choice. Do you want to follow mind or do you want to follow Guru? So A for association, B for book reading, C for chanting the holy name of Krishna. Just now we recited. And D for diet. Diet means doesn't mean eating only boiled vegetable. Diet means what? Krishna told in Bhagavad Gita. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktra payasyati tadaham bhakta upahata ashnami prayatatmana. Whatever we eat, this is Purushottam Mass, very holy Mass. Whatever grain, whatever vegetable, milk, and whatever you eat, fruits, offer it to Krishna. And you become prasadam. Diet. A, B, C, D. If this 4 thing, if you follow with E effectively, that is called exact controlling the mind. I request you, my humble request to all of you, those are attending today's session. Today we see almost 113 participants are there. I request you, this is Purushottam Mass. Just try to do this one for next 15 days. Just try to do A, B, C and D. A for association of devotee, means hearing from devotee, Like you can see, you are hearing Gita Saram last few days. Please continue. My humble request for next 13 days, please continue. That is called A. B, for book reading, reading from the holy book like a Bhagavad Gita. C, for chanting the holy name of Krishna, just now we had done. And D, I request you, whatever you cook in your home, just offer it to Krishna once. Just try to do for next 15 days. This very holy month, just try to do for next 15 days and let us see what happens. I am sure all of you are facing big problem with this monkey like a mind. I am damn sure you'll see transformation. Surely you'll see transformation in your life. Because wherever heart is there, automatically response will go. So even though we can see there are some people, they practice Ashtanga Yoga. And the perfection of Ashtanga Yoga is what? They get some siddhis. What siddhi they get? Siddhi is what? They can walk over water. They can fly in the sky. How much it costs? How much it costs to walk over water? You can go to river, pay some 5 rupees, 10 rupees to boatman, and he will cross you over the next bank. Flying in the sky is a siddhi. How much it take? Just give 2,000 rupees to airline and you can fly in the sky. So achieving siddhi is not a big thing. Some people show some miracle, some magic, some ash. How much ash cost in the market? Free of cost. So it's not a perfection. Perfection come when transformation come. And transformation will come when mind is controlled. And mind can be controlled by following A, B, C, and D. The ultimate goal is to meditate with great affection on Lord Vishnu. So if you do this 4 things, automatically your mind will be perfect. So like this, we'll try to conclude today's discussion, what we had seen. We'll just go briefly what we had seen. The connection of this 6th chapter is Krishna told in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 5 about Ashtanga Yoga. So Arjuna asked to elaborate it. So before Arjuna asked, Krishna elaborated it. Someone who desire to practice Ashtanga Yoga should be very, very responsible. And he should detach at once. He should leave everything, go to forest. Ashtanga Yoga means what? Eightfold system. Ashtanga Yoga means what? One realizes the Supreme Lord is Lakshmi Narayan, Sita Ram, Radha Krishna. The realization of Ashtanga Yoga, the perfection of Ashtanga Yoga is what? This realization that Supreme Lord is Lakshmi Narayan, Sita Ram, Radha Krishna. So 8 limbs we had seen. Yam means Yam, Niyam. Yam means don'ts, Niyam means do's. Do's means what? Physical cleanliness. Cleanliness from inside, like taking bath. We can take bath from outside by water. At the same time, we can take bath inside by chanting mantra. It's called mantra. Manatrayate iti mantra. We call mandir. What does it mean? Mandir. Made up of 2 words. Mantra. Made up of 2 words. Mana is common. Mandir, man is there. Mantra, man is there. So what does it mean? Mandir means what? The hospital for mind. It's called mandir. And mantra means what? The one who liberates the mind from anxiety. Like we have recited the holy name. How you felt? All of you felt very calm, cool. This is called mantra. So this is called niyam. Cleanliness, santosh, swadhyay. Krishna told in this same verse, abhyas senatu kaunteya vairagyana cha dhiyate. Abhyas. In this same 6th chapter, Krishna told to Arjuna, abhyas. My dear Arjuna, do abhyas. What is this abhyas? A, B, C, and D. This is the abhyas. And then asana and pranayam, some exercise. And then pratyahar, withdrawing the senses, dharana, dhyan, and samadhi, meditation, deep meditation, and completely absorbed the Supreme Lord. And then we had seen, and one good news for you. I'll give you one good news. What is that good news? Somebody may think that, oh, what will happen if I could not able to, if I practice this particular Dhyan Yoga of chanting the holy name of Krishna and could not able to succeed, what will happen? It's good news. I'll release good news for you. Suchinam Srimatam Gehe Yogo Bhashto Vijayate. Even if somebody could not able to perfect in this life, next life he will take birth in very, very pious family or very, very wealthy family, very rich family. So again he can continue devotional service. And wherever point, whichever point he stop, again he'll continue. Like we can see somebody is from IIT, this life. If you go to next life, can he say, oh, last time I was passed out from IIT? No. Again, black sheep, how you do? Same thing he will start. But Bhakti Yoga is not like that. Whichever point you left in this life, next life, you'll start at same point. Don't you feel this is very inspiring and encouraging to take our Bhakti Yoga? Other path, if you follow Ashtanga Yoga, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, if you cannot perfect, again start from the zero. Like again go to the LKG, UKG and again start. And again, if we engage in sinful activity, then we degrade to lower form. So, but responsible, association, tapasya, book reading, shravanam, kirtanam is called swadhyaya, abhyas. Because in 6th chapter, Krishna told very clearly, abhyas in the kaunteya, vairagya cha dhiyate. This is abhyas, A, B, C, D. And with that A, B, C, D, you can achieve the samadhi, rendering service and chanting the holy name of Krishna. So thank you very much for your kindness. Now let us invite the question. Does anybody have any question? If somebody want to ask any question, they can unmute themselves and they can open their video or they can chat, either or. Yeah.
We request those participants who want to ask question one by one, you can unmute yourself, and after question you can mute yourself.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah, one question is coming, how one can control the anger. So cause of anger is what? Unfulfilled desire. Why people become angry? I want something, I expect something, and that expectation did not came up. Therefore one become angry. So if we follow the path of Bhakti Yoga, then what? Will become satisfied. Santosh. Somebody satisfied? No question of anger. One question is coming. Can you please come daily to teach us Srimad Bhagavad Gita? Oh, daily some of us are coming. So you'll daily get somebody to come. Yeah.
Yes, hello.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Who's asking question?
Hello.
Yeah. Please ask the
Prabhuji,
question.
I am Sudarshan, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Sudarshan can ask the question.
Prabhuji, what is meant by karma, Prabhuji?
Karma means what? Action. Like this is a law of Newton also, Einstein also. Every action has this equal and opposite reaction. So you must have been seen in chapter 3rd, chapter 4th, chapter 5th. Whatever action you do, you'll get reaction. If somebody kill the animal, next life he will be killed. If somebody kill the goat or chicken and eat, next life they will be killed. If somebody give charity,
Prabhuji, even
like somebody give charity of water, next lifetime his home will be big syntax tank, or he'll born next to the river or lake. So whatever you do, good thing, you'll get good result. You do bad thing, you'll get bad result. This is called karma. Therefore, you see some people, they born as a handicap or poor or diseased, or some people born very rich, very smart, very intelligent, and very healthy.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
I am Haragopal from Hyderabad.
Oh, such a nice name, Hari Gopal.
Yes. And one more question, one doubt, benefit doubt. And the human beings are divided into three parts of Sattvic, Rajasic, and Tamasic.
Okay.
How can you bifurcate them and make congruent or common balance to keep the mind in balance with for the non-duality? There are three varieties of peoples of Sattvic, Rajasic, and Tamasic. How can we balance them for common use?
Tell you briefly, the person in mode of goodness, he will practice this ABCD. He will eat the grains, vegetable, milk, and fruits offered to Krishna. Person in the mode of ignorance, he will eat some meat, rotten food, smelling very bad, and dirty things. Mode of passion, he will eat very passionate thing, and he will be very angry. Mode of ignorance will always feel sleepy. You just wait for a few more days, and that answer will be very clear to you, because one chapter dedicated for the three modes, action in three modes.
Prabhuji.
Yeah, next question.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. My name is
Your name?
Satya Sudha from Hyderabad.
Yes, Mataji.
So while meditating, I personally have been questioning myself since so many years. So while meditating, by taking the instructions of Guru or guided meditation, I feel like falling backward. Is that stage? My body and mind is getting relaxed, or I am getting connected to God.
Of course, when we practice, the Guru means what? He should be authorized Guru. Nowadays, market will see there are lakhs of Guru. There are so many Gurus are not following themselves. So Guru should be authorized. He should come in parampara, 4 paramparas. He is called actual Guru. So if you are following the one who come in proper parampara,
taking.
And the most important, if you chant the Hare Krishna mantra, that will help you. One question is coming. Sufficient to is ABCD sufficient to make our mind out of best friend? I can tell you, you can make mind your best friend. Instead of making somebody else best friend, you can make your mind and Krishna your best friend. See why Arjun was able to win over the war? Because he had a best friend. Who is the best friend? Krishna. So you can make friendship with Krishna in the form of Bhagavad Gita. You can make friendship with Krishna in the form of his holy name. You can make friendship with Krishna in the form of his devotee. And I can tell you, what to speak about any other thing, all problem will go away. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
I am Madhumati. I have a simple question. While talking about chanting, you mentioned if you do chanting in this birth, in the next birth, you will either be born in a pious family or in a very wealthy family. I understand pious family, but why should I be chanting to be born in a wealthy family?
No, I did not tell about chanting. I told about if somebody could not able to perfect in this lifetime.
Could not able to?
Perfect. If he cannot able to achieve the desired result, then.
What does it mean, Guruji?
Yeah, I request you, you keep on continue for this session. In next few verses, chapter 12, you'll get the answer.
Okay, thank you.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Yeah, I'm getting one question from chat. Should we have desire in our life or not? If we cannot have desire to grow our career, we should have desire. It is practically impossible to become desireless. It's practically impossible. But we should have, like, we see axis. There's an axis go downward. There's a neutral axis go upward. So we should have positive desire. Let me have desire Somebody want to become doctor, he can become doctor. He can become doctor for body, he can become doctor for the soul. Somebody want to become a designer, he can become a designer and he can design the dress for the Krishna. He can design jewelry for Krishna. He can design temple for Krishna. Somebody is a lawyer, he can become a lawyer. Perfection of lawyer is to fight for the Krishna. Somebody is cook, he can cook. Perfection of cooking is cooking for the Krishna. Somebody is dancer, the perfection of dancing is to dance for the Krishna. There is nothing wrong to go in the career, but do it as a service for Krishna. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah.
This is Malti from Visakhapatnam.
Okay.
Prabhu, whatever you told in this class, ABCD, to practicing daily in our material life, some or the other day we fall. I mean, we couldn't do this day, or today we'll do. We have interest today, tomorrow we cannot do. Like that, it happens continuously. We cannot concentrate, or we cannot practice this ABCD yoga in our regular life. How can we concentrate, or how can we control our regular material chores and follow this yoga, Prabhu?
Yeah, if you're in association, we can go very smoothly. If you are not in association, it becomes very difficult. Yeah, so we can, you are in Visakhapatnam, you can go to temple, Visakhapatnam temple, and you can get connected there.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah, I'm getting some question.
I have one question.
Yeah.
There are times that when we think by mind, there is always an alternate thought that will come, which we will feel it is the heart. So is it with the mind that we think, or it is always a heart also which involves in certain decisions?
Heart is the place for emotion, mind is the thing for I like or doesn't like. And intelligence is a place where you get direction to do or not to do.
So we should follow our mind or heart?
We should follow the Shastras. We should follow Bhagavad Gita, what they are telling. We should follow Guru, what Guru is telling. Because mind cannot be trusted.
And how about emotions?
Yeah,
if they are pure and right, can they be trusted? Hello?
It's always better we can cross check from Bhagavad Gita.
Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I have a question.
I'm getting some question. Is ABC, should we have desire? Okay, we answer. How does Bhagavad Gita say importance of karma? Yeah, in chapter 3rd, chapter 4, Bhagavad Gita tells about the karma. But we see instead of going in karmic reaction, we can go in Krishna conscious way. Karma is very complicated topic. If you try to discuss it, even whole night is not sufficient. Thank you very much. Does anybody have any other question?
I have a question, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
So if anger is not good for a person, then there are, great sages like Rishi Durvasa and all of them, and they are known for their anger. They are specially known for their, anger quality. So how did they become such great sages when they have like a short-tempered nature?
I always think that great sages are not ordinary person. Whatever they do for some benefit. So they are not like an ordinary person.
Okay.
Yeah. They can go in the forest and do tapasya in water. They can go deep inside the water. We cannot do like that. So we cannot compare their case. They are like very exalted personalities.
Okay.
Yeah. So thank you very much. I can see so many participants came today. What is the view?
Prabhuji, I have one last question if we are not late.
Yeah, last question.
Yeah, this is Saroja from Hyderabad. I was the one who asked about the desires. Thanks a lot for answering my question. The other question I have is, like I and my husband always have this debate. He says that by birth, there are certain rituals that we have to follow. Like by birth, if you're born in a certain category of a Brahmin family, there are certain rituals that I have to follow. I mean, I have to abide by him. Like, you know, the Gayatri or the Gayatri, the Gayatri mantra, or you know, the Agni, whatever he does on his daily rituals.
Okay, please go ahead.
So, can I, if I'm avoiding that and I'm following the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, or if I'm not able to, you know, completely justify his thing, and I come to this track, there is no, I mean, there is no clash there, or there is nothing that is going to, like, you know, stop me there, or am I doing some mistake by doing that? I'm not sure.
One thing we can see, if you are following Hare Krishna mantra, everything is included. As such, nothing is required to do for. But not doing unnecessary, the environment of a house will degrade. So it will not take half an hour if you to just make other person happy. It will not cost anything. But we should understand that Hare Krishna mantra is sufficient. Okay. If we chant Hare Krishna mantra, nothing is required. But if you do Agni Hotra, other thing, so okay, half an hour somebody do, otherwise will remain peaceful.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can come to temple, you can ask some Grahastha devotee, they can guide you properly in this case.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Prabhuji, Prabhuji, I'm waiting for your unmute, Prabhuji. Can I ask you a question, Prabhuji?
Yes,
from since I'm waiting.
Yes.
Prabhuji,
your name?
I want to, Prabhuji, my name is Gauri Prasad, Prabhuji.
Yeah, please ask.
And once Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam.
Yes, bro.
Sorry. Prabhuji, can you explain clearly about the ego, mind, and intelligence, Prabhuji? I cannot understanding properly. I am confusing it. So can you please tell it clearly with the example?
Does somebody of you remember mind, intelligence, and false ego? Somebody of you remember? I'll tell you just briefly. Mind is the function of mind is I like, I doesn't like. He is my friend, he is my enemy. This is the function of mind. Function of intelligence, what is good, what is not. Discrimination. Is it good for you? It is not good for you. Mind means irrespective of good or bad. And ego means identification. Like I am Hindu, or I am, my name is so and so, or I am Telugu, I am Tamil, I am Marwadi, or I am North Indian, I am South Indian, I am American. This is identification, this is ego. Okay? So thank you very much for your very nice question, and very nice question came up today. From core of my heart, I like to thank you. I like to request you, please continue coming for next few days. And as we discuss A, B, C, D, please tell A for what? Unmute yourself. A for what?
Association.
B for?
Books. Book reading. Reading the scriptures. Meditation, chanting.
Chanting means which holy name?
Hare Krishna.
And D for?
Diet.
Diet means what?
Pure food.
Yeah.
Offer food.
Krishna Prasad. Okay.
Yeah, offer food to God, and you should also, same way, you should also have pure food.
Yes. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.